I tried to survive the apocalypse and build a city with one iron rule. No one in, no one out. With the generator blown and 125 desperate souls relying on me, can I rebuild the generator, build a city for the future, and keep my people alive through freeze and famine without help? Let's find out. And we've landed in the snowdrifts with the generator blown. We're going to be playing this very differently, but without being able to get out of where I am, I need to figure out who should live and who should not. First step will be, the workshop going down, we need lots of tech. The cookhouse right next to it, we need food, of course. And then I'm thinking gathering post up here, and for now, one here at the back to gather these two items as well. There's a few pieces we're missing, but I don't want my people to be out in the snow and getting frostbite or being ill. With that, we have three important laws we need. We need soup to get more food, we need radical treatment, and then overcrowding to get more heals going on, because it's going to be a bugger with only 25 engineers. And then I think get the children to jobs as well. So we're going to go for child labour jobs first to get some more workforce. We need to learn early. And then we'll go on to food and then longer shifts. But that's what we're going for. Will we work? I don't know. Let's find out. With the generator blown, we will need to clear it out and rebuild it. Grab all the resources, get all the building done. I think then houses after all of this. And I think we should be good to go. Children will be working inside the cookhouse because it's easier, and children will be working inside this gathering post over here because it's easier. And research is now officially happening. First step will be faster gathering. We'll be needing that quite immensely. And I think a second workshop right behind that one. Yeah, second workshop behind this one to get even more research going. Temporarily, permanently over here for now. With that, we should have tech done, food done, and resource gathering done. We still need people inside everywhere else, and we also need a lot of houses being built quite soon. But this is a good oh, we need food. We can't build many. We don't have much in the way of actual wood. But this is a good start. We have it mostly going now. And maybe upgrades for our food should be one of the bigger priorities as well as heating, because without the food we are screwed. And these require 15 people each. That's a lot of my workforce out of 125 going out to gather stuff. We don't need them all doing that. Oh, and while we're at it, let's go for another medical post temporarily over here. We can move it later, if I remember. And more engineers over here. So research is sorted, food is being sorted, gathering is sorted, and we should be prepped for the next couple of days, question mark. Great news, we're nearly out of resources. I haven't built enough houses. This will get me another 50. We need 3 more houses to be safe. And I have enough resources for maybe 2. The first gathering post over here is already out of resources, so we're destroying that to get enough resources to build another house. And with that, everyone should be in a tent. Yes, everyone is now officially housed on the first night. That was close. That was dumb of me. Oh, and no one's gathering food. Gather food as well. We have research, which isn't going because we've run out of wood. We have everyone in houses. Why don't we have everyone in houses? We have almost everyone in houses. Oh, bugger. And we're nearly there. So I'm mostly happy. Our next law is ready. We're going for radical treatment. And then we're going for overcrowding to get more people in these smaller places. And we're already getting a lot of people who are quite ill. Probably the people who are sleeping outside in -20, but who the hell knows? The final house is being built, so everyone is now officially housed. Everything else will be upgrades or putting it in better places. So let's start getting those upgrades. First step, hunter's gear for more food. Because apparently my hunters I sent out didn't bring enough food, so we might actually already have a starvation problem this early on. We now officially have 3 hunters' huts, so we're looking at about 45 workers getting food every night. We are going to be dropping that later on once we get more upgrades, but 45 workers are permanently gathering food. It's not the best situation, but it's what we currently have. So let's get people in them, hook them up, and start actually feeding the remains of my city. Our next law is overcrowding. They won't like it, but we do kind of need it. With that, we can now officially have 10 people in here, and they'll get angry if there's 10 people in there. Although we may need another medical post in the future, or maybe 5 or 6, I don't know. We don't need to fully man them, we just need people out of the cold being healed. On the bright side, some of my people are getting back up on their feet and being immediately replaced by people going out into the wasteland and getting more ill. So yeah, we are going to need a couple more medical posts as well. While the generator's completely dead, it doesn't actually matter where we put buildings down, so a couple of medical posts are being placed over here next to food. Because I imagine they'll probably need healers more than anyone else in this entire camp. Now we grab the sawmill and then the steelworks, so we can start cutting down all these trees because we can't get resources from the outside, and get the steelworks over, probably over here, yeah, probably over here, so we can actually have unlimited steel and nearly unlimited wood. And we have 2 more medical posts on the field just in case. So we're now ready for freezing temperatures, we are ready for good times and bad times. And we have just enough food that people are almost not starving. The sawmill's research, let's get the steelworks down as well. And because this steel ruins is in the way of my city area over here, I'm building another gathering post all the way on the edge. This will clear out this section and hopefully give us all the resources we need. There are some coal pits and steel wreckage over in this side, which I'm going to grab next, but mostly we've gathered nearly all the resources on the map. Well, that's annoying. I can't grab all 3 in one go. I can grab 2, and that's it. We'll grab 2 of these coal pits over here to start financing our heaters. Heaters are going in all the important buildings like medical posts and gathering posts. And we should be slowly using up our very limited supply of coal. We do need to get a coal thumper because we only have 5 steam cores. And a coal mine, unlimited coal, is a steam core. I have to decide what I need. And the factory just to make automatons also requires cores. And everything to build the generator also requires cores. Of course, I can delete those buildings and get the cores back, but it does mean I'm on a core deficit before I've even started. The next law is getting soup out on the field. It's not the best as good food, but it's still soup, so they're going to eat it. That should solve our food problems for a bit. The next thing I think we will go for is getting onto emergency shifts to extended shifts. We need longer shifts in places like the workshops, which I should have done at the beginning. Either way, coal's being gathered, all of these are being gathered, and the central generator ruin is going to be gone maybe end of today or tomorrow. And then we can start working upon it. Also, working children will eat double rations purely because they're children, and I think they probably should. They are our future if they live. Our next research will be tier 1 research, the drawing boards. Let's start getting important things like housing upgrades. The hothouse is also a core, that's a problem. And obviously get the profile manufacturer and start building the central. We don't need to do it that fast, but leaving it too late will kill us all. While we're at it and building gathering posts anywhere there's a resource, we'll grab absolutely everything before we clear, because I actually do want it clear rather than just saying that. So that should solve all of our early resource problems. There will be future resource problems, but this solves most of the smaller, more minor things. And there goes the emergency shift law. Once that's done, we can get extended probably 24 hours tomorrow. So before we have the main storm, we should be mostly prepared for it. Oh, and also a massive important one, I didn't even notice that, we've actually cleared up the older generator, so now we can start building upon it. But on the bright side, we are now on tier 1 tech. So what I'm going to do is grab the medical post upgrade, and then that's done, grab the bunkhouse upgrade. Another thing I'm going to do is move all the housing so it's around the stockpile. So the housing is going to be in this corner over here, near to where the steelworks will be. Mostly because the steelworks will be giving off the heat. I imagine people want to live where it's warmer, which will leave the rest of the city entirely empty, I guess. We've finally grabbed extended shift, so all of my engineers who are working on making my city better will be worked to death. It's the only way we can be sure we're going to live. And over by our hunter's hut, the first sawmill is being built. It's because we don't really want the drill for the wood inside the frozen walls. That requires a core. The less cores we need to use, the more we can expand on building our generator and then use those cores for important things. And we also need a core for the factory to make prosthetics, because I imagine a lot of people will probably be losing their hands. Our current healing system is rubbish. And also absolutely full of people being frozen. Luckily it's gotten warmer, but I imagine this is the point where I hit a storm. Maybe day 11, 12 or 13. But on the bright side, 5 bunkhouses are being built. The first in a line of not dying from the cold. So it's all going to be in this nice, lovely little nook over here, completely surrounded by a frozen ice wall and maybe the bodies of their friends. But to make them forget about all their friends potentially being dead, we're going to have the House of Prayer. They need a higher being in their lives. I think, honestly, what we should be going for is the drafting machines next, because I need to get the improved heaters. A lot of my people are still getting frostbite, and that's not a good thing when you think about it. We need less people losing fingers in this run than ever before, because other runs, I could just replace them. A load more of our bunkhouses are being built in this corner, and the first of our houses of prayer is being built on the side. I think another one at the back over here would be absolutely perfect. We'll be destroying buildings, moving houses around, and then destroying more buildings, and we're getting the city working well, which is good. I just saw the first frost storm is coming on day 12. And while we're at it, we're going to give healthcare insulation, because that research is super important. Most of the housing has now been moved to this corner. There's a couple of tents left over here we're deleting, and 6 over here also deleting. But everyone is mostly in bunkhouses by the churches, safely away from the storm. According to my very quick maths, we just need 2 more houses, and then we've officially built everyone a bunkhouse. All the housing is now officially bunkhouses, and over this section, the last few are being deleted, but everyone has their own personal bunkhouse. We have people now officially inside the steelworks, because we're using a lot of steel for the next tier. And it's time to officially do the one thing we should have done quite a while ago. Begin the building production of buildings we need for the generator. Luckily, it's very quick research, we can get it down immediately. But with that, the very first of many buildings to rebuild the generator is done. My people are safely ensconced over here. I have the heating for the medical tents, and I've got the heating being researched for the cookhouse as well. And I have people gathering plenty of resources. We are now officially safe-ish. And while we're at it, we're going to start building some shrines. The shrines allow my people to feel happier and better about life. And of course, make everything more industrious and effective. We have a lot of trees being cut down. We have metal being brought in. And we have plenty of food to survive. So I'm thinking the next step may be to upgrade my hunter's huts to the next tier, so we have less workers and get more food. I don't think they're efficient enough right now. And we do have enough coal as well. We do need to get a permanent coal supply up, which is probably going to be a coal thumper, because again, cores, but I think, fingers crossed, we're doing well. I've put workers inside the profiles manufacturer. They're starting to manufacture some profiles. We're probably going to need about 60 or 70 to build the generator. You can also use them to make things safer. So the more of those we build, the better. But activating this will start releasing the gas, because this thing is unstable after it exploded. You've just caught me being very strategic and using my first of 5 cores. We're putting down an infirmary because it's healing people faster, keeps people warmer, and hopefully survives during the storms we're about to have. To build the generator, we need a foundry to make composites, which requires a core. And we need the machine shop, which also requires a core to build steam exchangers. Both of those are very important for the generator. We also need a ventilation shaft, which lowers the danger of gas by 1. So these 3 things alone require 3 cores. But our 5th core is also needed for the damn factory. Without the factory, we can't make prosthetics, so I'm imagining we're going to lose a lot of limbs and fingers soon. So all 5 cores are now spoken for. We can't get coal, we can't drill for wood, we can't do anything good. Also no hothouses. So if we need to build anything better, we have to destroy the infirmary. So we have to be happy we have the infirmary. I think time will tell after this hits us. Oh look, someone just had an accident inside of here and now requires prosthetics. Thank God we're researching the factory. Let me finish the sentence game that we will be happy with this for the first couple of storms, but we're about to find out with that too, because it's in a couple of hours. Storm's about to hit. I'm putting people off every single external building we no longer need them to be in. Hopefully that will solve a few issues, but we're about to find out very, very soon whether it is, because no one built the infirmary. The infirmary is being built, which means everyone's now outside during a literal bloody storm. Hopefully it will be done soon, and there we go. We now have this up and running for people, so hopefully that keeps a lot of people alive. And I've researched prosthetics too. It's not the best looking arm, but it's better than a stump. Or at least I think so. The frost has officially hit. All of my buildings are now very cold because I need to get to the next stage. The bunkhouse is not good enough, so everyone is going to freeze. I imagine a lot of fingers are going to fall off, but at least the workshop's vaguely warm, I guess. I'm going for tier 3 of research to get things a lot warmer. I think we're going to need it. And I think for the next cycle between storm, we're going to try and start building as much of the generator as possible. The first stage will be the shaft. We have to give it the shaft, which requires a few more structural profiles, so people will be working in it to get it done. We've officially had 2 amputations total. 5 people are very ill. People are getting more ill, but we are building limbs. I think the infirmary was a good choice. People are healing very fast, but we are having a... Yeah, we have the care house and prosthetics. Don't tell me that. The care house is over here. Research level 3 has been done. Housing is being grabbed because I need to get the housing up and running because everyone's frozen. Then I think the infirmary will be mechanised to use 5 less engineers, which means we can actually have more things running at once. I've also realised our amount of resources we have is way too low, so I'm going to start using resources to build storage, probably up here. Right now, coal can only be gathered by gathering posts or thumping, but we do need more storage for things like food and wood and metal because we're out of literally everything. The storm has officially left us right about now. And there we are, the hunters are being sent out, the resources are being gathered, and no one died, just a few limbs lost. We are officially out of nearly every single coal resource on the map, apart from this small pile over here. We have 500 left, so a coal thumper is going to have to be put down, because again, we can't afford a mine. In an attempt to keep more people alive, I'm going to build a house of healing. This thing doesn't require engineers, so technically children can work it, and I'm very curious to see if they will. It heals people slower because it's not skilled labour, but it also gives people hope that we're trying to care for them. Yes, children can work the house of healing and heal people. That's the thing I'm now doing, apparently. We're officially gathering the coal thumper. We need to get the coal thumper up and running because coal is running massively low. There's also the charcoal kiln, which I'm going to research as well just in case. That way we'll have 2 technical supplies of coal coming in, although that will require cutting down a lot more trees. I've decided to build a coal thumper right behind one of the workshops. You know, just so they can really focus on their jobs. 2 of the hunters' huts are now hunters' hangars, so sending out airships. That will speed things up and gather more food. A few of my workers are now officially on the coal thumper to keep that running, and only 4 people are making structural profiles, which means people are going to have to move around a bit. I need those profiles. Need 8 just to start it. Okay. Our first steelworks is being turned into steam steelworks to make resources faster and also keep it more insulated. Each upgrade is making them a lot warmer inside. Considering things are getting colder and colder, I think that's very much needed. And we also do have the resource to start building the centre. I'm trying to build it more and more and more, but I think it's time to start building, even if it is slow and piecemeally. And we should definitely do it nowish while it's still vaguely warm. Cool, the toxic gases have now officially started to seep out and got more dangerous, so things are getting dangerous in here and people may start getting very ill. It's a risk I'm willing to take, but the city is growing. We have 5 engineers over here working the thumper because we've mechanised the infirmary. We have resources being pulled out, so coal is going up only just. The steam sawmill is getting huge amounts of wood. We are slowly running out of wood, but it's kept us running just this far. And it also means I can start carrying on building. And also, level 4 difference engine. We now have the 4th tier of research. Things are getting insulated. Our first large resource depot has been built, and 5,400 coal will be stored in it. Smaller storage will be put around it. This entire area up here will be our storage. Or, you know, maybe I build it over here. I don't need everything in one place. We don't have enough buildings to cover all this space at our current size. While we're at it, the next part of the production cycle is down, the machine shop. With that, we can start making steam cores. We've almost finished the shaft, although it's quite dangerous. A lot of people are getting ill quite fast. In fact, we're going through the worker population really quickly, but it should still be done by tomorrow, regardless. Oh, and all my workers are really tired, so we're doing regular shifts for 3 days to make them happier. Regular shift means everything's about to shut down very soon. You've absolutely pushed us back, and the next storm's in 4 days. Well done, people. I hate you all. And there we go. Safety improvements have made this building safer, and this is officially complete. There we are. The foundations are done. The workers have been free to go do other things. I think we may start gathering some more supplies because things are going to get pretty dangerous. 10 steam exchangers, 10 structural profiles. Maybe we should have just stored up. Ah well, hindsight's a problem. Let's get a ventilation plant up and running as well to keep things less deathy. And be prepared to survive the storm. You know what I almost forgot? I almost forgot to upgrade all of the buildings to houses. That would have been problematic. They're not the best, but they're better than what they were. So, yeah, I'm sorry, 80 people. I nearly got you all killed. I think I'm ready. Every person who doesn't need to work is being pulled off, unless they're in very warm places like the steam steelworks or the workshops. So hopefully no more frostbite. It's gotten colder. All the houses are very cold, but not freezing. I will take that. The research should be able to push them up. Advanced heaters first, and then housing insulation at level 5. We can't do level 5, so we're going to do that as soon as these make enough metal, because they're staying online. Oh, and I was also thinking of having the House of Healing staffed with children. In fact, I have a second one staffed with children, purely to keep everything running when it's cold. That might make me a terrible person now I'm thinking about it. I mean, there's a lot of crying going on, so things aren't going the best. But so far, only 2 amputations? Oh, a lot of people are suddenly gravely sick. Why? Is it because they're out at night building buildings? Probably. We might suddenly lose a lot of limbs. Either way, we made it. 40 people being treated that final night. Because I didn't send the hunters teams back inside. They stayed out. The hunters teams just got decimated. I'm so sorry, guys. So that was kind of expensive, but we survived. Let's re-up everything with people and carry on building. Oh, our very first death just happened. Apparently being looked after by children means you're more likely to die. Who the hell knew that? Wish I did. Either way, our first death. We're going to have a cemetery in the corner to make sure that doesn't happen again. But oh, our first death, that's a problem. I'm going to try and build the tower pumps. It's going to be slightly dangerous because the gas is up, which means I have to turn this ventilation plant on, which uses 250 coal a day. That's so much coal. So loads of workers are now in the gathering post, gathering resources from the thumper, which I need to upgrade. So things are progressing. And also while we're at it, I'm building a temple. Sod it. Every city needs a temple, and ours is going to be temporarily, permanently placed over here behind the ventilation. We will worship the steam and gases. Luckily the gases are dropping tomorrow, because it says here these are deadly gases, even with this thing running. And this thing running is using more coal than my entire city put together. But regardless, people are working in it because I need things to be built. Although, again, losing one person was a tragedy. Losing several people is literally the end of the city. I cannot afford to lose another 4 or 5 people. So pushing this could be stupid. However, I am now doing research which uses these profiles to make things safer. With that, I can build without the loss of death. Because I can't need people building things, all of my engineers are now over here in the coal thumper and the gathering post gathering coal to keep things running. And over here, huge amounts of workers are now building profiles and working on the tower pumps. Oh, and also we now have righteous denunciation. Anyone who goes against me, I will tell them they're the problem. Basically, I'm gaslighting. Oh, that discontent went up high. Oh, that discontent is way too high. I've just realised why people are upset with me. I don't have anywhere to bury bodies. I talked about it, but didn't actually do it. So, we now have a cemetery for that one person who died. We can literally put them anywhere in this world and no one would notice. But apparently, we have to really worship this dead guy. It's not me, so why do I care? So building it over here, right next to all of these hunters' huts and this temporarily permanent steam sawmill. There you go. Our corpses are next to our food stores. And while we're at it, the pressure valves can also be built immediately after we finished the tower pumps. So that will mean the next stage of the generator is finally complete, and we can move on to the stage after that, which might be the core. Either way, it's gotten warmer so people are happier. We found some supplies someone was stealing, and we've officially finished off the pumps. Now the working team is going to be working on the pressure valves, and with that, we'll be at the next stage. And research 5 has been hit. Yes! Once we get the wood, we're going to get house insulation to make it warmer. And then healthcare insulation to make that warmer too. I'm thinking we've passed most of the hump of the initial stage. What we need to do now is work on the generator. Once the generator is active, I can then destroy the 3 buildings running the generator and build maybe 2 automatons. Or I think 1 wall drill and an automaton. We definitely need a wall drill because we have no unlimited wood. And the next storm is on its way! Yay! And just before we hit the storm, the Faith Keepers are making an appearance. We will keep the faith, or we will break the face. We are going to build the best city ever, and we are one with the Great One. Even if that turns out to be Cthulhu, just save the world, I don't care anymore. The core now needs to be built, and then the support frame around it. We can do the support frame now, building huge amounts more of these, so we're going to. But mostly what we need is to research everything else. So, we need more wood, we need more supplies, we need more everything. And what we don't have, which we also need, is time. But we are going to get the wood. And also get the next tier of the steam coal thumper, so less people need to work on it. I think if we build the core, we officially stop all the gas from coming out. But the core, of course, requires the thing we're not yet building. so the core will be a problem for the generator. I've never gained enough resources and wood to build the large resource depots. I've only got one up there. The rest are the smaller resource depots I'm currently chaining together. Well, the storm is about on its way. Let's pull the people out, and hopefully the coal survives long enough to make something useful. It's still only a single day of storm, so we're doing well. I think double storms start happening about 50-day mark, maybe? And we didn't quite make enough of the structural supports to start building the reinforced outside of the generator. But we have basically got everything ready. Our people just have to survive this storm. Oh, and while I'm at it, I'm researching the foundry. I almost keep forgetting. I just need the foundry down to finish off the core. Yeah, it's warm enough. We're just building as many pieces as we can. It's time to finish the generator. The support frame is on one side. I think it requires two. It does require two. Two support frames and then the core put inside. And then if I remember some level of shielding, maybe it's 8 pieces I need to do? Either way, we've survived through it. Let's make more pieces, get the outside done, get the foundry built somewhere over here, and get the core done. So the gas stops coming out, and I can delete this ventilation plant and build something else with the core. The foundry is down, build that fast. My crews are going back out into the wild. And here we go, building the composites to build the centre, which apparently require steel and 50 coal. 50 coal per piece, this might be our problem. I'm building as many structural profiles as I can with the wood I'm pulling in, so I can start using them to make things safer. My team will be going out there, and I don't want any of them to die. But either way, both the support frame pieces are in place. We need to start working on the foundry pieces, which require coal. 25 steel composites for the core. Why are we making out of coal? Minor worrying news, one of my 2 steam sawmills just ran out of wood. Which, as you know, that means we are very close to running out of... Oh, they both run out of wood. We might be out of wood. There's just a bit of wood at the back over there I'm going to grab. And good news, that is it. That is the last of our wood, that small patch over there. After that, we will be needing a wall drill to get any wood whatsoever. I'm going to research that in case I accidentally run out of resources and can't. The wall drill has been researched, so we will still be able to get some actual wood in the future. That is good, I guess. And there's nothing else I can really grab at this point in time, because we kind of need the resources just in case. So, no more research, no more ingenuity. Just build and hope for the best. On the bright side, the first section of support frame is complete. That is good. They can move on to the second section of support frame. Once that is done, then we can get the core in. And then we have officially built most of the generator. We just need to get these composites up and running. We are going to start taking injuries because it's deadly gas levels out over here, but there's nothing much we can do about it. The injured people will be back up and running soon. It'll take about 2 days to build it. We now have 19 people pulled out the steelworks to work the foundry, so they'll be making as many composites as possible. I don't think we can get it done before the next blizzard and whiteout, so we should be able to get the core done afterwards. Either way, the support frame is complete right about now. So now all we need is for the foundry to officially be done. And it may take a while, which is a problem, because it's not building fast enough. We're making like one every couple of hours. So it's going to take a couple of days. We could speed things up with research, but I feel like we've already gone past the point where it matters. It's now minus 60 degrees. Remember correctly, our first whiteout was minus 60 degrees. Our next whiteout will be 40, 50, 90 degrees. Cool. That's a little bit cold. It took an entire day to get the resources for the core done. If I put people into working on it, it's going to take 3 days, 21 hours. We cannot officially finish the core. Even with an extra group of people, it'll be 1.5 days. With a push, we potentially could, but doing emergency shifts means someone will probably die. So we're not going to push it, we're going to wait till after this 2 to 3 day storm. In fact, what we should have been doing is using the machine shop to make steam exchangers, which we could have used to speed up production. I didn't do that, so we're building a lot now for the final push. The storm has officially hit. A lot of places are quite cold, very cold or freezing in some cases, my actual building places, which is a bit of a problem. But I'm trying to build as many steam exchangers as possible. We're going to blitz the core and the next stage as fast as we possibly can. So hopefully no one dies in the meantime. And I think the big thing we have to do is keep them working so they don't go home and freeze. The less time they're spending freezing, the better time it is for us. So if you can work, you will be in the warmer factories losing fingers. Unfortunately, at night time, there's nothing I can do to stop the people going home and freezing to death. So right now, we pray no one dies. Who do we pray to? Either me, because I might be God, I don't know, maybe I'm their God captain. Oh, the freeze at night really hit them. 32 people in care, 36, 37, 38. We just lost about a third of my people to being frozen to death. But we have researched advanced steelwork, so we can make these things even warmer and more efficient, although that means people are going to be outside building them, which is going to be a bit more deathy, but we do need it done. Oh wow, it really is warmer. Look at that. It's just chilly in there. So these things are insanely warm. Yeah, we're keeping those. Let's get a second one down. As more people freeze to death slowly in their own homes, a lot of people are being made healthy. So our turnout is roughly good enough to make it through the storm. Now we're going to rush the core and get that thing built to stop the horrible gases going everywhere. We have made it! Yay! The core should potentially be done in 2 days. It says 20 odd hours in it with 40 people working. I might be able to get it done today, but the supercharge is taking too long to do. I have people back on the coal. I've had to turn the ventilation plant on to stop my people dying because deadly is literally a way of killing them. So that's not good. So we've got this using all of our coal and all our people over here. And we've even made a few protective structures to keep them alive a little bit more. So with all of that going on, we should be safe. Yeah, it's definitely going to be tomorrow, so the core's finished. With the core finished, we can get rid of the ventilation plant. Then I can see what the outside is needed. The actual structure to hold it. I can't remember how much it is, so that'll be fun. And I'm not looking it up. Well, we're already at minus 70, so that's pretty cool. This is basically done. So now we can start building the next tier of things. Yes! Finish it off. The core is down. So now we can erect the 2 parts of the thermal hull. What do you need? 25 steam exchangers and 10 steel composites. So we almost have enough composites. We need a load more steel exchangers. So let's get them up and running. Yeah, we only need 1 more of you. And then we're good to go. And you can be deleted. A core is back in town. The toxic danger is officially contained. Good. Although it is now freezing. We have people making even more steam exchangers. We should be able to get some of the hull up and running now. Just 2 pieces. We might be able to get it done. I didn't upgrade to the advanced supercharge. That would have been more useful to have. The advanced supercharge would have saved us so many issues I'm giving myself. I am really dumb. The next storm is on the horizon in 4 days. We should be able to get this one finished by then. But we can't get the second part of the hull done. So we're going to have to survive drastically frozen temperatures of minus 100 degrees Celsius. That is not a good number. I may have doomed us. I told my people to do a nighttime procession to remove discontent and everyone got ill, so that wasn't a smart move. So I've made things worse. I've had to stop long shifts as well because my people were getting angry and discontent, so now I'm not even working at night. Do they not realise we need a generator? Are you people stupid? On the bright side, half the hull is done. If anyone survives a minus 100 degrees Celsius winter, we will have the generator active. We just have to survive something so cold it could quite literally kill a planet. Luckily, the supercharge really helped us finish this. My people can stop freezing to death in the centre. 1 half of the hull is now done. Which is a problem because I'm definitely not getting the other half done before time. I guess now we just wait until the next storm hits us and see who survives. My answer to that is probably not many of them. This is going to really hurt because that's 1 day of 80 and 2 days of 100. And then another day of 80. Oh, 80's killing enough. I'm thinking we're going to use a core to get another one of these down. We're going to get the next infirmary up and running because I feel like this is going to keep our people alive. There we go. So we've got 2 of these running for the next bit because obviously it's going to be needed. Good news, the freezing's already begun and people are already losing legs. The food is too cold to cook. I think the broth is just straight up frozen. We're going to have to turn off the coal. Actually, the coal's still good for now. We're probably going to build another couple of houses of healing because I think we're needed, which means people are going to be outside in it. And the machine shop is in a cold temperature, and that needs to stay on because I need more steam exchangers. I'm pulling everyone out of the 3 gathering posts around the thumper. These people are going to be put somewhere else. We have several people who've lost legs now, which is a problem, and a lot of people being treated. I've also realised I've got all the composites I need, so I can also get rid of the foundry. But I delete it now, people are going to freeze to death while being outside. So I guess we're leaving it. And we almost had enough exchanges. Can this still run during the freezing? I'm going to assume no. So that'll be -8 with a +5. -3, I think, is freezing. Good news, the infirmaries are so cold they're not working. We've got 2 days of not working infirmaries. Oh no. Oh God, no. Oh no. I don't know what to do. I can't run any of my healing houses. People are going to die. Also, despite the freezing, the machine shop's going to carry on working. We now have enough exchanges for the final piece, and I'm going to be getting enough exchanges to really build the final piece as fast as possible. We can't afford another storm to kill more people. We've already got 20 gravely ill people and 106 freezing. That's the entire city. The only warm places vaguely are the advanced steel works over there. They are literally the only place where people aren't freezing to death. So, what is my goal here? I guess put us... Nope, that's freezing as well. Cool. Where do I put people to keep them alive? Oh, the gathering post. People are just merely very cold, so I'm putting a lot of people in the gathering post. I guess it's slightly warmer in there. Unfortunately, I think that's all we can do. So 23 people are gravely ill. I'm imagining a lot of death very soon. Let's see if I'm correct with that one. For those keeping count of the number change, we just lost 23 more people. 7 children, 4 engineers, 12 or so workers. So we have survived, but our actual numbers have been decimated. So now I need to keep everyone alive for a little bit. So that's also going to be a cool thing, but at least on the bright side, all of my healing houses and infirmaries are now active. Unfortunately, most of my population is in them. On the bright side, I have been stockpiling prosthetics. So we have 25. That's 17 people needed. That's good. We have survived. And we're going to get fewer amputations. You're a little bit late, engineer. And to make sure that never happens again, my workers are full tilt trying to build the final piece of the thermal hull. It's going to take about 2 days. As more workers get involved, it will be a little bit slower. Because, let's face it, they're all freezing to death. No matter how many people there are, it's going to be a problem. But give or take 2 days, and it will be done. 17 hours to finish this. We only have 9. So it's going to take another day after this. Which is good because the next storm is on its way by the looks of it. Which will be great for us. So hopefully that can be done. We do have a couple more cores being made to speed things up. Well, one more core being made to speed things up. And this team is going to be relocated. And this is being turned into... being turned into a coal mine. I think we need to get a coal mine down, despite the fact that it is, of course, going to be using one of our steam cores. We just need the coal active so we can start pumping it out, probably through the use of automatons, rather than this stuff over here. The more coal we have, the happier I will be. Although I just realised I need to research it, yes. Oh, look at that. It's a double drop storm. That'll be cool. So all of our engineers will be working on generator upgrades as soon as we possibly can, as that will probably kill us as well. So there's a few future teensy tiny issues coming up very, very soon, which we're going to hopefully survive. And the generator is officially active. We have to survive. Good. So with that, we can turn it on. Our engineers can start working inside of here. So any engineer I can find is being sent into them. So let's get the power upgrade first, and we'll go for the steam hubs. Basically, you guys are going to be working forever to get things running. We need better heat. We need more everything. We need the coal up and running. But I think with this, we might have a chance for the last people to survive if they stop complaining about working. The first generator upgrade is done. Then we go for the overdrive coupling, I think, so we can actually supercharge it, probably during the second day. With that done, steam hubs are now the next day. Let's get that up and running to get one over here and also one at the back. Then we go for generator range. Coal surviving, we're building. Steam hubs are done. Let's get the generator range upgrade going as well. Okay, one hub is being built over here for the coal to run, and one hub is being built over here for the houses to keep warm at the very back. So I think this only reach about here. So that should solve a few problems. It's our final day before the big storm hits. We should be able to survive. I've gained the range of the generator. Let's get the upgrade again. This should help us keep going. So as it slowly pushes out, more houses are staying warm. Good. We may have to move a few inwards because that one's probably not going to make it. So we're going to temporarily, permanently move houses around. And then, if we do in fact survive this, I'm... Oh, we're out of wood. I don't have a wood gatherer. And if we survive this, I'm going to try and build a much better looking city. Because obviously these people have to live here probably forever. And also a wall drill over there because I forgot we're completely and totally out of wood. Oh yeah, and because of bad placement, I have to build 2 steam hubs here and here to keep the infirmaries running. Otherwise, day will be too cold and everyone will freeze to death. Which is also quite bad. So I think we're good to go. I'm going for the generator efficiency upgrade. And then I guess this is going to probably run out of power because I can't run this wall drill because I don't have another hub next to it. So this is it. We have to survive this and then we should be home free. I've moved all the houses inside the generator, which is good, although we only have 7 hours of coal left because this is not making enough. We should be okay because there is a steam hub next to it. Anywhere which is really... I've built a bunkhouse. Anywhere which is really cold we should be able to replace easily. But yeah, it looks to me... Okay, you guys coming back in. We should be okay. With the generator efficiency, the coal should go up. It's currently holding stable about 440. If it starts going more than the 440, I'll be happier. And we can get one more efficiency upgrade before we completely and utterly run out of wood. The wall drill will go active in 2 days, and I will turn on the overdrive when it hits 120. So we should be surviving. Or not, I don't have the coal to run the damn thing. I don't have enough coal to run the generator. It's about to turn off. No! The generator's turned off during a storm. We may have trouble. Okay, coal is going back in. Turn it back on. Get the overdrive running. Okay, it didn't fully turn off. We should be good to go. Things are only slightly cold for now. Things are turning back on, and the generator is getting up there. Yes! Okay, we have the technology. We have the overdrive. I do need more upgrades to the overdrive. I think we've officially survived. And this is it. I think we have just enough resources to vaguely survive. We are going to run out a little bit over the night, but once we hit the first temp drop, we will be a lot happier. We lost 24 people. Sadly, it is what it is. The generator won't explode soon. We should be able to survive till then. We have just enough to turn this down to steam level 1, sadly. But we have survived the isolationist run. Let's just make sure we do by getting all the other upgrades. Oh, and the generator ran out again. Luckily, we survived just long enough that the overdrive kept us going when it slowly powered down. And with that, let's get the coal miner down. And then we're going to get ourselves our very first automaton. The coal mine is going down. Optimizations for it are being made. I have had to kill my second infirmary. And I am slowly but surely building an automaton over here. So the automaton will be working in the coal mine. And I'm thinking I will then destroy the factory to put a second upgrade to the coal mine to make it more efficient. So this factory will be making as many prosthetics as it needs to before I take it down. Our very first automaton has just gone live. So the automaton will be working the coal mine and then we'll be upgrading it to be more efficient. But welcome the Mark II Hampshireman. You are now officially the coal producing champion. Or you will be with upgrades. Well, it will be. Currently it's only 60%. Our 60% 24-hour coal. Let's get some upgrades on it. I'm actually beginning to think we don't have enough coal to keep running. I may need to get a steam coal mine upgrade much faster, which means the factory has to be destroyed. Because I'm looking at this, and it's just not making enough. We are actually losing coal at tier 2. We don't even have tier 4 upgraded yet. So this is actually still not the end of us if we can survive. The automaton is still losing coal. It's now at 90% efficient, but it is still losing coal. So we are going to have to get the final upgrade. The steam coal mine, because of course we can't afford the advanced coal mine. That's 3 cores. That would involve taking out probably the actual automaton, and we need that to be working 24/7. Unless we, you know, kill the infirmary and live off entirely off houses of healing. It's an option, it's just not a good option. I'm going to destroy the factory. I may regret it, but the factory is being brought down to get us that steam core to upgrade the coal mine to the next stage. That should give us enough coal to keep running. Now we need the upgrades I just forgot about. To get the range going, we need more range on the central piece. It will cost obviously more coal. But with that, we should be able to start covering all their houses. And we can start building a proper, glorious city. But the steam coal mine is officially making more coal than we need. Yes, the steam coal mine at tier 2 is now officially running. Good. Good, 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 good. Now I just need more power. Steam level 3 has been activated. That should keep things a little bit warmer for longer. And now I'm just going to get all the upgrades and see if we can survive. Let's find out. The generator is now running at steam level 4. And it's covering most of the central area. I'm going for the generator safety bypass next to keep this thing running for longer without it exploding. But I think we've officially now survived. Everything else is just optional extras making the city look nice. Oh, 102 people? Did someone come back? Oh, it's the automaton being counted. So we've lost 24 people but gained a robot, which I'm kind of okay about. The second tier of coal has happened, the overdrive is now on, and we're still doing our research. Coal is still being gathered from outside, and it's actually still classified as hot. See that? The gathering posts are super warm. Even the thumper's still livable. So there are no real issues apart from the houses being a little bit chilly and our care house being completely unlivable and deathy. We have officially survived with only minor treatments being needed, which means the factory can probably be placed down and the infirmary removed for houses of healing. We are now officially a city of survival and the future. Heading towards the next storm of day 81. We didn't lose anyone, barely any injuries, and I've now got multiple extra ranges and efficiency upgrades going on. So our city is officially heated, we have plenty of coal, and we will not fall unless the storms get colder than 120. And Frostpunk 1 doesn't go lower than 120, so let's make the city beautiful and call it a day. We're on day 98, there's another storm going on. Day 100 is when it's completely warm again, and as you can see I've expanded the city, it's now over here. If I go into this view, you can see I've built it in this kind of way, of grids. There's 2 churches on the flank of a large medium garden. Then there's housing behind it, followed by another row of housing, usually around either a small garden or a square. Then behind that's just rows of houses. I've also, if you actually look at it, if you actually put that road, if you put the road 2 along like that, they build a very small icon. So there's icons at the end of every section of this area. Around the centre, huge amounts of shrines have been built. We now have 2 of these houses of healing on either side of the infirmary, which is just over here in the heat. Actually, let's put that up. And then behind it we have the Faith Keepers over here, and of course we have the steam coal mine over there on its own. The advanced steelworks are over there, and back here, behind the coal thump, which is working well, we have the 3 hunters' hangars and a large amount of resource depots, big and small. Now, a lot of these houses you can see do not in fact have heat to them because they're not currently needed. We have 101 people, but this is officially a fully active, sorry for that movement, and working outpost, and we can, if need be, leave the way we came, back down this big gap out here, dig our way out and re-enter the Frostlands and reintegrate. We have enough space for maybe 300 people living here quite happily, permanently. But for now, the 101 people who survived and the 24 people who did not get to rest. The first stage of the storm is over, the overdrive is off, now we're back down to a nice and balmy -80, and when it hits -60, we'll be all happy. So let's wait for 100 days and call it quits. And just like that, day 100. This has been the Isolationist run. We have only lost a few people, we have successfully survived, and I did not officially do the very, very final religious thing of becoming their true god captain, because that involves killing a few people, and we don't have many of those left. If you've liked it, please tell me down below. I will be doing more Frostpunk 1 and Frostpunk 2, and eventually Frostpunk 1886, although that feels a bit like a cop-out that they're not happy with number 2, but we'll see how it goes. But I've been the Fallen Shogun. Take care, good luck, goodbye.